Peace. Today is Monday the 6th, making today's math.
Equality.
Equality is to deal equal in all forms of knowledge. Deal with equality on this day. Peace. Peace. Welcome back to the Anatomy Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar.
And I'm Digga.
Yeah. Back with another week.
Another one.
Of discussion and, you know.
Notice I got my specs on today.
I see. You're looking very fastidious.
Well,
is that the word?
In real life, see, I be trying to look like rapper cool without my glasses,
Okay.
but in real life, I can't see a lick when I'm reading these phones and things and laptops. So I
You
gotta
look like a cool teacher today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
A cool teacher.
So y'all seeing Rashi right now? Y'all seeing Rashia Fisher?
First of all, you know, according to the comments, these motherfuckers love you regardless what you do. Like, I'm telling you, I guarantee you so. Oh, my God. Look at Rah Digga.
Those glasses are such
with those
a turn
glasses on.
on.
Oh, my God, they're so sexy on her. like, I'm like, God damn. Like, it sounds like niggas is really like.
Oh, glasses and the shoulder. Oh,
What?
shit.
This is a fetish. That sounds like a fetish video. Glasses and shoulders.
Speaking of comments, wait, I got a bone to pick with my viewers.
What about it?
Now, a couple of episodes ago, when we
Okay.
were discussing the Azealia Banks debacle, and the topic of light skin and dark skin came up. Right. Somehow, the viewers were under the they took offense to me referring to myself as brown skin and saying I wanted to be dark skin. So I just read a bunch of comments like, bitch, you are dark skin. I'm like, word? Okay. See, in my, I didn't know that it made me any type of colorist. So like, okay, in my spectrum of dark skin, I'm thinking Michael Blackson.
Right.
I was thinking of a deeper dark.
Right, yeah.
But apparently some folks that could view me as dark skin already took offense to that. And then there were even a couple of folks that I don't know if they got the impression that I was trying to call myself light skinned.
Right.
Which I never, not
Right.
once.
You're saying that's what people said
Not once. I said there is a ignorance going on in the black community that people are referring to people as light skinned, trying to make it a compliment. That's what I said.
Right.
And then I said, well, in certain lighting, when dealing with makeup and cameras and things of that nature, makeup artists use either yellow makeup with yellow undertones or red undertones. I happen to use a yellow undertone, which will give off a lighter appearance. That's the only thing I can even possibly fathom me even approaching the light skin realm. But I never referred to myself as light skin. I, in fact, said I wanted to be dark skinned.
Right.
So,
nor do you want to be light skinned.
Nor do I want to be light skinned. So, as much as I know that we are an intelligent community, y'all bug the fuck out on that one. I'm just gonna, and I ain't going, and I'm just gonna leave it there.
Y'all bug the fuck out.
Yeah, y'all really bug the fuck out with that one. And also let me say this, because a couple of people took issue because they felt that I withheld information from you in regards to the Azealia Banks story. Because when I pulled it up, like I was pulling up different tweets from different pages. So one of the tweets that I neglected to mention that she said was, I'm gonna go back to dating, being with my white people and dating my white men. So right. I didn't mention that in the midst of going down her list of snapbacks to the people. So
you scared me when you said you was withholding information from
well that's how.
What is she talking about?
Well, that
you withholding. Am I gonna have to waterboard you out this motherfucker?
But there was actually like a whole discussion in the comments, like, yeah, she purposely held that back from the guard because she knew he was gonna go in. She's so busy being a fan of Azealia, she ain't want to tell him that she's a bed wench. I'm like, no, actually, I just didn't
Yeah, but Harold sure included it in the video.
Yeah, actually, he
of
wrote
her saying it or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
so she didn't tweet it. She said it, right? So if I'm Googling the story, I'm looking at the tweets that were written. That was actually something that she said. So I didn't have that in front of me at the time when I was presenting the story to you. But again, our viewers were under the impression that I was purposely withholding information from you, God.
Well, that's now Cypher. Okay, that's now Cypher.
All right.
Okay.
Am I officially back being born to born? I mean, am I forgiven? Like, God damn.
So listen,
Sheesh.
Here on the Godcast, we like to bring light and focus on positive things going on, in the black community and just positive things that we as original people are doing and just positive examples. So just the other day, I see a tweet about LeBron James opening a school in Akron, Ohio called the I Promise School. So some of the, some of the things that the what do you want to call them?
The perks.
Yeah, I guess the perks, the
Now you know what's crazy? I actually have to take these off now because you're blurry.
Oh shit!
What's
wrong with what are you, nearsighted, farsighted? What is it?
I'm farsighted. So apparently I can see a million miles away.
But shit close to you.
But yeah. So
Gotcha.
Things far away with these glasses on look blurry, but I need them to
see close,
look at
like
my phone.
print and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I think that's a sign of getting old.
Anyway, some of the the high points of this school are supposed to be free tuition for the students, free uniforms, free bicycle and helmet, free transportation within 2 miles, free breakfast, lunch, and snacks, food pantry for families, GEDs and job placement services for parents, and guaranteed tuition to the University of Akron for every student who graduates. I mean, for me, and I think I saw my son post something about this, for me, that automatically, puts LeBron now leaps and bounds above, let's say, a Jordan. Okay? Because there's been rumors that your man Jordan actually has invested in private prisons. And he's never denied it. Okay? So you have one athlete over here who's, investing and making money and basically incarcerating his own people. And then another one over here who's striving to, educate and empower and change the narrative and be, an example and frame of reference of something that, other athletes or entertainers or just people with a certain, power and drive and just mindset for them to be able to do as well,
That's super dope. Shouts out to LeBron. You know what's interesting, and I hate to be the Debbie Downer of this story, but now as I'm watching Power, and you notice how they're making Ghost. You see how the senator is making Ghost the face of this foundation, but in real life, it's it's something going on privatization wise, and that's kind of how charter schools work. It's like and they're for years in the city of Newark, there was just this big uproar, the charter schools versus the public schools, and we actually had lost control of the public schools to the state, but now the city has regained control of it and run the public schools accordingly. But the problem was the charter schools are private funded schools, and they are they are, I guess, I never really understood the conflict, but they're, I guess, taking away from certain things that should have been allotted to the kids in the public schools. Like I forgive me because I'm not really
Well,
sure
I
what.
know a lot of the charter schools, at least in New York City, like if anything, they take space away from the public schools. Like they actually put these charter schools inside existing schools. So you might have, let's say, PS, whatever the case may be. And then there's a charter school inside of PS, such and such, where they need their classes and all that type of shit.
Okay.
So it's almost two different schools going on inside one building.
Okay.
So that's actually taking resources away from.
Well, so that was the issue. Well, they aren't blending the schools, but I guess what was happening was now that we have these charter schools, the governor was taking away certain funding and resources from the Newark public schools and being able to dispense that money to the suburbs where these private charter schools are being funded. However, they're being funded to secure whatever interest they're securing. And was it necessarily beneficial to the kids? Like at the end of the day,
right?
Were they learning more? Was it, is it worth it, or was that just a nice, divine ploy to really just take the resources away from the kids in the city? So
right. So when I heard about this LeBron story and all that, and I read it, I said, wow, I really felt good about it and all of that. But then, of course, I critical thinker that I am, I had to say to myself, okay, well, what's the curriculum here? I'm just curious. Like, what's the curriculum? You're offering all these things that seem so great, but what do I have to do for it? You see what I'm saying? Do I have to basically put myself in a deeper mental slavery? Like, what are you teaching there? Like, is it conducive for, our people and you know what I mean? Because a lot of times these teaching styles are not conducive for our people, and is often these standardized tests and all this type of shit is actually designed to fuck us up and make us, you know what I mean? To be biased against us. You understand what I'm saying?
And which goes back to what I was saying. Like the charter schools had a point to prove, so it's like we got to graduate these kids one way or another. And was it necessarily better for our kids? I do know the criteria now. The criteria for this school, they are selecting kids who are who are behind in reading levels and math levels. So they are, I guess, doing
at risk youth. Is that it?
Well, not at risk in a behavioral sense, but at risk in an academic sense.
Okay.
So they are, going around and doing a consensus and selecting the children who are a year or two behind their peers in reading and math, and they're starting grades 3 and 4. And by the year 2022, they will have graduated their first 8th grade class.
Now, also, we get free bikes, we get free helmets and all this. I'm just wondering about the funding. Like, is this funded by LeBron, or was he able to procure a lot of corporate funding? And now, I go home with a bike with the fucking, Johnson & Johnson on the side of it.
Which is why I bring up the power, the power scenario. Like, is he just the face because he is a face, or, is there some real like political motives, underneath everything?
I mean, shout out to all our people on YouTube Live right now. I mean, some people are saying, oh, well, they let LeBron have a school, but they won't let Umar Johnson have a school. I mean, that is kind of deep. Now, do you know Umar Johnson for the longest time was striving to put together a school?
Yes.
And he's actually a child psychologist and an educator and all that. Mm-hmm. But yet he's had troubles, getting, I guess, the support that he needs to, put together this school. Some people say he did funny shit with the money. I don't know. But all I know is he was striving to make a school, and here we got a person who's not even an educator, and
that's why
he was able to do it.
Is he the face? Or you know,
right. Are you the face? And that's what I'm saying. So that's also why I need to know about the curriculum, because that's the most important part, is the curriculum. Like, what is being taught there? Like, you know, every graduate gets to go to the University of Akron and all of that type of shit. But, you know, what was jammed in my head? Because we already know that the regular school is, you know, many of us call it the devil's workshop. Okay? This is where he does a lot of his fucking most dastardly fucking work, is right there on your child's mind. He got your child for however many hours a day, and they're fucking, you know, implanting all kind of bullshit in their mind, all kinds of, you know, fuckery that you know what I mean, isn't even it's not even shit that you would necessarily teach your seed. You understand what I'm saying? That's being taught right now in these schools. So I'm just curious about the curriculum. You know, I hope it's something positive. I'm not trying to be a, you know,
right. I was like
Danny Downer.
I said, I like, I don't want to be, you know, a Debbie Downer, but
I can't be a Debbie.
But
Danny.
You know, but you know, I'm always, as you call it, a critical thinker. I don't want to be a skeptic. I like critical thinker.
Right, and it's because I'm optimistic about most things, but you know, you can't just get duped either. Like, you can't, you know what I mean?
Right. Like, LeBron opened the school, hip hip hooray!
Yeah, and that's how a lot of people, you know, and then when you look at the meme and what's being offered, you know, it all seems like a great thing. And
who better to reel them in than a LeBron James?
Right. So I just hope that, you know, it's something that's really, you know, helpful and, you know, conducive to the people of Akron and those children's mindset.
One thing I do believe, I do believe that LeBron is a you know, a moral man, a man of certain values. Just the way he's lived his life and his career. You know, he's never really been like marred with scandal and things. Like, I'm pretty positive that he wouldn't attach himself to something that wasn't, you know.
Well, here's the thing. It's not that. No, not that it's not on the up and up, but like, if you don't know any better, you see what I'm saying? Right. Like, if you were 85, you're just gonna go with what they, you know what I mean? Whatever your fucking sway. You see what I'm saying? Like, we need.
Right. Like, exact. Like, how much say so does he have in.
And what I'm saying is, his intentions are good, but they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You understand what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
So I'm just saying, like, I don't know where his mind state is at fully as far as the education of our youth. You know what I mean? And the shit that we need to learn, specifically our children. You know what I mean? Meaning black youth.
Right, like, I'm curious, did he sit down with psychologists? Did he analyze statistics and really, like, focus on and map out what needs to be emphasized in our community?
This mathematics we got over here. They need to be learning a little bit of that in LeBron school.
Born,
okay, what's the science guy? But yeah, I'm just saying, like,
shouts out to him, though.
Yeah, the curriculum, you know, having a building and, you know, it looks nice and all of that, that's all fine and dandy, all the physical things that go with it. I hear that. But the most important thing is the curriculum. And I guess, you know, that will be apparent, you know, I guess once it's open and all of that. Or, you know, maybe they'll have it online or something. I don't know. But right now, I'm just curious as to what the curriculum is, and it just, is it some regular standard shit? Is it something that, is fine-tuned for our youth. I'm just curious.
Wow.
Look at you getting calls at the end of the segment.
I could have swore I had that down. I'm just so not on point today. If
segment.
y'all notice, this isn't even my laptop. That's why I have my glasses on.
Yeah, they like, where's the?
I thought I was gonna
smaller. Where the stickers at?
I thought I was gonna be working from the phone. I forgot my laptop. I forgot to turn the phone down. I'm just like not born today.
Well, yo, check it out. When we come back, we're gonna have a discussion. My man Black Belushi is back on the scene. Schizo.
Hey, Schizo.
Okay, and we sent Black Belushi out onto the streets to talk to the people about the night you're smoking ban. Okay, we're gonna talk about that when we get back, cause that's some shit right there. You know what I mean, Godcast? Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. Two fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian peace gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodg.com. Get yours today.